When you are haunted on the pitch, all the media resources are talking about you, and a bunch of fans are organizing virtual wars on the internet because of your persona, then congratulations, you are a superstar. Today, we'll tell you about the scandal regarding Vinicius Junior and his dancing goal celebrations, threats from Koke, and other interesting nuances of this story. Let's go! If you haven't been following the non-football events of the past week, we'll briefly explain. It all exploded during the match between Real Madrid and Mallorca on September 11. A conflict broke out between Vinicius Junior and Mallorca coach Javier Aguirre. In the El Dia show on Movistar Plus, it was reported that the reason for the Brazilians' dissatisfaction was the coach's instruction for his players. After some brawling, Vinicius approached Nacho Fernandez and said their coach was saying, "Hit him, hit him." El Dia cameras also recorded the Real Madrid wingers' following words during the game. "They don't let me play. Foul, foul, foul." To this, Mallorca defender Jaume Costa replied to Vinicius, "That's all we can do." In addition, according to Marca, the cameras recorded that Aguirre told his players, "Break him." It was after these words that Vinicius ran to the Mallorca bench to sort things out with the opposition's coach. Toni Kroos was the only who managed to stop the Brazilian. And what about the other side? According to journalist Alberto Hernando for El Larguero, there was talk in the Mallorca dressing room that the Real winger was provoking them by constantly asking, "Do you think you'll win?" Real Madrid players told the Mallorca players that they had spoken to the Brazilian and asked him to stop behaving like that because he might get injured. It's noted that Real Madrid players have called on Vinicius to change his attitude on the pitch 1,000 times already. Well, tell us how you feel about opponents' verbal provocations during the match. It was this story that caused a real tsunami, because commenting on it a few days later, the Spanish Association of Sports Agents president, Pedro Bravo, said the following on El Chiringuito TV. "Vinicius will have to respect the opponents. If you want to dance, go to the samba drum in Brazil. In Spain, you have to respect rivals and stop playing the monkey." Of course, he later apologized and stated that by saying the word monkey, he wasn't implying racism in any way, but just stupid behavior. But the catastrophe could no longer be stopped. Bravo received a ton of criticism, and Vinicius was supported by many football players, and not only them. Neymar was among the first to express his indignation and wrote on social media, "Go for a dribble, dance and be yourself. I'm happy that you are the way you are. Go on, my boy. After the next goal, we'll dance together." Vinicius reacted to this with a post on Instagram where he virtually slapped all racists. "As long as skin color is more important than sparkle in the eyes, the war will continue," he wrote. These are the dances of Ronaldinho, Neymar, Paqueta, Griezmann, Felix, Cunha. This is how Brazilian funk performers and samba dancers, reggaeton singers and black Americans danced. These dances celebrate the cultural diversity of the world. Accept it, treat it with respect. I will not stop, he added. World football legend Pelé also supported Vinicius. "Football is joy, a dance, a real party. Even if racism still exists, we won't let it stop us from smiling. And we'll continue to fight racism by choosing our right to be happy," the former Brazilian national wrote on Twitter. Pelé and Neymar weren't the only ones. Vinny got a lot of support. Kaká, Ronaldo, teammates and many others said kind words to the winger. And the hashtag #BailAVinnyJR, which means Dance Vinny Jr., has gained tremendous popularity. The EA Sports company also joined the trend by posting Dancing Vinicius in a FIFA game. Of course, Real Madrid also did not remain silent and published an official statement in which the club strongly condemned any manifestations of racism and also announced its intention to investigate the case in the legal field. What's particularly pleasing is the Barcelona legend's reaction. Andres Iniesta supported Vinicius on Instagram by reposting his appeal, and Xavi called on to give the player a break. "Everyone celebrates goals the way they want. Let everyone do what they want, as long as it's not disrespectful." Hit the like button if you side with Vinicius in this situation. By the way, we're expecting a flash mob in support of the Brazilian who's dancing goal celebrations. It started on Saturday night by Valencia forward Marcos Andre after scoring against Celta. It would seem that the matter should be closed by now, but we have the Madrid derby on Sunday, September 18, and when Atletico captain Koke was asked about the situation with Vinicius dancing, he replied, "If Vinicius scores and dances, that's his decision. He's definitely going to have problems, and that's normal." Of course, Koke might not like the prospect of Vinicius dancing in the Metropolitano, but should we resort to threats? Even considering that this is a derby and psychological pressure is part of the game, especially since Koke has been playing side by side with Antoine Griezmann for many years, and we all know the Frenchman's strength after he sends the ball into the net. Am I the only one who wants Vinicius to score in the derby? Neymar wrote on Twitter ahead of the Atletico vs Real match, which immediately fueled the public's interest in the match and pulled the chain of Los Colchoneros fans. Reporters couldn't help but ask Atletico head coach Diego Simeone about the situation. "Vinicius and racism, this is the society we have. We live in a society in which we are all included. We're all people." El Cholo gave a slightly vague assessment, although this may be due to the fact that he simply didn't want to lift the opponent's spirits before the match. The main thing that reporters were interested in when talking to Carlo Ancelotti was Vinicius' state and whether he's mentally ready for the match. The player feels good and is looking forward to the game. Vinicius reacted very well. "I don't think there's anything wrong with him. He plays with joy and quality that is inherent in him. I don't give him any advice because I'm not his father or brother," Ancelotti answered typically for him. Maybe some of you are watching this video after the Madrid derby already, and this story got some crazy continuation. People from the future, how did the match end? Tell us your thoughts about the game and what you think about the Vinicius situation in the comments below. However, in the end, we'd like to say the following. People who have time to discuss post-goal dances should really appreciate how carefree their lives are. In a world where a lot of terrible things happen every day, these blessed people are making a fuss because someone danced. Wish we all had problems like this, because it would almost definitely mean that everything's fine in your life. And that's it for this episode. Stay safe, and until next time, bye.